Chapter 24. Buses have types too. As we neared the kitchen and the bus, the kids swarmed out to greet us with a happy, fluffy Luna. She was white under all that grime. Robbie laughed. He had such a broad, good-natured laugh. I had no idea you were white, mi Angelita, Robbie said, bending down to gather her in his arms. All the little kids talked at once, regaling him with the adventures of giving Luna a bath. I looked at the kitchen. A kiddie pool full of filthy water stood in the center of the dining area of the pizza shack. Water was everywhere, along with towels, empty shampoo bottles. It was a mess. Whatever. It had been an activity that brought us enough time to hear the outsiders' stories. Josie came and stood next to me. I'll help clean it up, she offered. Good, I said. Robbie went over to the bus, so all the kids, big and little, followed him. He walked around it with an appraising eye, Luna still in his arms. Then he let her down and got on his back and slid under the front of it. Oi, can somebody bring me a flashlight? Many pairs of little feet went pattering off to fulfill his request. Apparently, there are several types of school buses. The one that had delivered us all safely into the Greenway was a Type D. Now, the high school bus had been a Type C. That's the kind that has an engine up front. The front of it has a hood and an engine. You can open the hood and fix the engine the way you would any car. But a Type D bus has a flat face. The engine is under the body of the bus. And that's why Mrs. Woolley's bus weathered the storm so well. And that's why it could still run. The hail hadn't damaged the engine one bit. The tires were another story. There were 6 tires total on the bus, 2 up front and 4 in the back, 2 on each rear axle. One of the front tires was flat. This one is no problem, Robbie said, showing Nico. We patch it with a kit. They have them in automotive. Then we reinflate. Then he walked around and shone the flashlight under the bus at one of the back sets of tires. But the inside one, here, see, it's melted? That's not good. The inside tire was collapsed and had a gaping melted hole. Can the bus run on just the outside tire? Alex asked. Maybe for a short distance, Robbie answered. Well, thanks for taking a look at it, Nico said. I'll try to patch it, Robbie said. I'll try this crazy thing I saw on TV. They filled a tire with tennis balls and then used fiber lace. Cool, Braden said. We should fix the bus up, Robbie said. Change the oil, tune up the engine. You could have it running in case of an emergency. That's a really good idea, Alex said. It would probably take more than one day, though, Nico said. Thanks anyway. The kids could help me. Nico, we should totally do it, Braden urged, in case of emergency. Of course you can work on it, Nico snapped. I just doubt you'll be able to fix it in one day. And these guys leave tomorrow. That's all. Aw, complained Chloe. I don't want him to leave. Not ever. Me either, said Max. The other kids agreed. Nico walked away. I looked at Robbie, smiling and rustling the hair of the little kids who were gathered around him. It didn't seem to me like it would be the worst thing in the world if Robbie stayed more than one day either. He grabbed Chloe and Max and lifted them off the floor. They squealed, delighted. Robbie appointed Chloe the note-taker. She kept a log of the repairs needed as Robbie inspected the bus. Pound out dents in roof, replace broken windshield, replace windows, repair seats, tune engine, fix tires. Henry suggested they paint racing stripes on the bus, and Robbie told Chloe to put it on the list. Robbie had a good sense of kids and how to manage them in a crowd. He sent Braden and Alex off to get some supplies from automotive, and then he told the little kids that the first thing to do was to clear a working space around the bus. The kids set to work pushing the carts away and cleaning up any pieces of glass or debris that had been missed before. I'm good with engines. I have experience. Want to know why, Mr. Robbie? Max said in his cheerful way. Because my dad sometimes works at a chop shop. What's a chop shop? Chloe demanded. It's a secret club where you go to take cars apart. It's really fun. What's so fun about that? Because it's a secret and you can't tell nobody, especially not the police, because they're never allowed in the club. They're always so jealous. The cops would give anything to get in a chop shop. Robbie caught my eye and he grinned. I had to grin back. And sometimes the cars are really fancy too, Max continued. BMW, Lexus, Subarus. Wow, Batiste said. Our mom drives a Subaru, Caroline said, her sweet little voice excited and proud. It's a Forester, Henry added. Cool, Max said. They were pretty cute, our kids. I could see why Robbie liked to hug them. They were definitely huggable, at times. I decided I'd better get working on lunch. As I turned and headed into the kitchen, I saw that Sahalia was sitting on top of the low dividing wall between the pizza shack and the cart corral where the bus was sitting. She was biting her cuticles with determination. She looked really left out and downhearted. I felt bad for her, but not that bad, since she'd been such a pain in the ass to us all in the last couple of days. I saw Robbie notice Sahalia and walk over. We need everyone to help if we're going to get this bus in shape, he said softly. Looks like you have enough helpers to me, she said. Yeah, but they're little, Robbie said. I need people who can actually help. He smiled at her and patted her on the knee. Grown-ups. Was Sahalia a grown-up? Not really, but he knew exactly what to say. Sahalia smiled. She gathered her hair up and twisted it in a knot. Okay, she said. Show me what to do. That's my girl, he said, giving her knee a squeeze.